Fireworks and celebrations, they go hand in hand, especially for the 4th of July. But despite all of the fun, fireworks can still cause eye injuries, burns, and fires. According to the National Fire Protection Association, in 2011, 9,600 people in the U.S. visited a hospital emergency room for fireworks-related injuries. The association says the risk of injury from fireworks is highest for kids ages 5 to 19. Fireworks also caused almost 18,000 reported fires in 2011, resulting in 8 deaths and 40 injuries. Well, the numbers speak for themselves. Setting off fireworks is no joking matter. If you do decide to set some off this holiday, here are some safety tips to keep your family accident-free. You're wearing your pride and ready to party, but don't get burned this 4th of July. Fireworks burn at 2,000 degrees, which is as hot as a blowtorch.
Snakes and sparklers are the only ones I like.
To stay safe, avoid buying ones packaged in brown paper, because it's a sign that they are for professional displays only. Legal fireworks will have a label with the manufacturer's name on it. Illegal ones are unlabeled. They usually go by the name M80 or salutes. They were banned in the 1960s, but can still be bought. Just a few things to think about before the big bang on the 4th. And we just mentioned the difference between legal and illegal fireworks. But before you even think about setting off sparklers, snappers, snakes, or fireworks, you want to make sure that by law you're allowed to do it. With more on that, let's toss it to Jimmy outside.
Lisa, in every state on Delmarva, in every county, the rules are different for fireworks and even sparklers. Take a look at this breakdown here. Here's what you need to pay attention to. In Delaware, setting off fireworks or using sparklers is illegal. In Maryland, it varies by county and local municipalities. In Virginia, sparklers are allowed with certain restrictions. For instance, sparklers can be no more than 20 inches long. However, setting off your own fireworks is illegal in Virginia. Now, to help us understand this a little bit more is Bruce Boucher, who is a Maryland State Deputy Fire Marshal. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Bruce, you got some stuff here that I want to know more about that you're going to show us. But first off, you gave us a map explaining different things that you can expect specifically in the state of Maryland. Explain what it is we're looking at here. What's the green area?
Well, the green area is where the fireworks are allowed. The fireworks that I'm speaking of are ground-based sparkling devices,
Okay.
gold-labeled sparklers, and novelty items such as pops, and the snap pops, and the little black snakes.
Yeah.
Those are considered legal fireworks.
Okay, now according to this map here, Ocean City is yellow. What does that mean?
Yellow means that they do not allow ground-based sparkling devices. All they have is gold-label sparklers and the novelty items, period.
And then you've got some red areas on the other side of the bay. What's that?
In Montgomery County, Prince George's County, and Baltimore City, all fireworks are illegal.
You can't do anything. Don't do it. If you want to see them, go see them.
Right.
Okay, now if we're talking about I end up shooting off fireworks that are illegal, we're not talking about teeny tiny fines here, are we?
No, the cost can really mount up because there's a $250 citation that is written for every firework confiscated. It is also a must appear in court.
Yeah. What does that mean?
That means it's not like a traffic violation where you can just stroke a check and mail it in. You actually have to take off work to come to court for this misdemeanor offense.
So if I've got half a dozen firecrackers, I'm going to be written up for each one.
You can be, yes.
Wow. Okay, so now then if we do want to shoot fireworks and they are legal in the area to the best of our knowledge, we buy them where we're going to shoot them?
Yes. The best rule of thumb is if you can purchase the fireworks where you plan on using them,
right,
then they're legal for that area.
Oh, okay.
Do not go to another county or out of state and purchase those fireworks and bring them into an area. If they're not sold there, they're not legal there.
Because inadvertently I might go into an area like Baltimore City and try to shoot something where nothing is allowed.
Exactly.
And cause yourself all kinds of troubles. Okay, now you have got some firecrackers, I should say fireworks, for us here that you wanted to show us something about reading the label when you get your fireworks. What was it you wanted to point out about this?
One of the key things that you notice is some of the design is very much the same.
Yeah, it is.
Here you have a nice triangular package.
Nice pretty box.
Nice triangle package.
Right.
However, the label, warning, shoots flaming balls. Anything that's aerial is illegal in the state of Maryland.
Anything at all?
Anything that goes into the air is illegal.
Okay.
Anything that moves across the ground is illegal.
Okay. So this is a no.
Here you have emits showers of sparks.
But that's okay.
That's legal. This is considered a ground-based sparkling device, has a solid base that can be set on the ground,
Okay.
ignite, and walk away. And it has a nice array of sparks and does the show. It's right in front of you. You don't have to hurt your neck looking up at it, and you don't have to worry about it igniting anything a long distance away.
But other than size, those things look pretty much the same.
Exactly.
So don't just look at the package.
Read the label.
Read the label and know for sure what you're doing. Okay, so once we find out, once we find out that what we're wanting to shoot is legal where we are, there is a right way to set off your fireworks.
Absolutely.
What should I do?
Well, the first thing you want to be concerned with is your location.
Okay.
As we checked here today, the breeze was blowing in that direction.
Right.
So obviously the smoke will travel that direction.
Right.
So you don't want any one of your spectators on that side to receive all the smoke.
Gotcha.
You can't enjoy the show
Makes sense.
if you can't breathe or see.
Right.
So you first check that. Then you make sure you have water available.
Okay.
You want to make sure water. In this case, I also brought my extinguisher.
Right.
So they are on hand. It's always better to be safe than sorry.
You cannot be too safe.
Anything can go wrong when you're dealing with fire.
And I noticed you said it's quite a ways away from the building here, even though it's a brick building.
Right. Still, you want to be concerned about any possibility. If the sparks reach high enough, we don't know what's on that roof.
Oh. So we get focused on the fireworks, and that's all we want to see, and we don't think about anything else around, do we?
Right. Yeah, it's a key thing. You want to be concerned about everything around you. You don't want nothing over top. You don't want to set it up underneath a porch roof or a tree, low-hanging tree.
Right.
Because you could ignite the tree.
Phew, not a good idea. Now, okay, so there's a right way. Have we got one here that we can
Absolutely.
light off?
We can do this one right here.
We're gonna light one off.
It emits showers of sparks. We check our label.
Right.
So we're good to go there.
Everything's good.
And then we can take it over here and
Do
we
not
can
hold
light
in
it.
hand. Step away.
And I also
Okay.
brought a proper lighter.
This is just your typical barbecue lighter.
Typical barbecue lighter. It gives you a little bit more separation from the firework. That's one of the key things as well. So, you know, why have your hand right next to that fuse when you can have the flame next to the fuse and be able to that much distance away?
Right.
So
Okay.
that much better.
Well, set this thing off for me. I want to see this. Okay, so show me what to do to set off this ground-based sparkler.
Well, we make sure we have the flat surface.
Okay.
No combustibles around.
All right.
Still have the wind going this direction.
Right.
We've already chosen before. So then we go ahead and ignite it.
Okay. Light it and move back.
Everyone moves back and enjoy the show.
And there we go. Woohoo! Happy 4th of July! Bruce Bouch, Deputy State Fire Marshal from Maryland, thank you for coming in. Now, let me ask you something real quick before we go. You're telling me that you can't shoot anything into the air.
Exactly.
That's illegal because it's uncontrolled.
Absolutely. Anything aerial,
Right.
skyrockets, the mortars, Roman candles, and even sky lanterns.
So don't do it. Let the
Don't do it.
professionals do it.
That's the best way to enjoy fireworks. Go to a public fireworks display.
Right?
It's done by the professionals. The entire family gets to enjoy themselves, have a great time, and the bonus is you don't have to clean up when it's over.
Oh, that's even better, Bruce. Again, thank you so much. Now, if you would like an entire list of the local 4th of July celebrations, all you have to do is go to DelmarvaLife.com, click on the show tab. It's right there on the left side of your main screen.
Well, Jimmy, fireworks aren't the only thing that can burn you this July 4th. If you're not careful, the summer sun can also do a lot of damage. In fact, warnings against getting too much sun are everywhere. But still, about half of Americans over 30 have had a sunburn at least once in the past year. Well, today we show you some home remedies you might just have in your kitchen that can relieve the sting of serious sunburn.
What is the worst part of a sunburn?
Peeling.
The pain? To take the edge off of a painful sunburn, try a washcloth soaked in milk. Because milk has anti-inflammatory properties, it can help to soothe irritated skin. Just make sure it's cow's milk. Moistened tea bags also take the sting out of a burn. Tea contains tannic acid, a substance used in World War I to treat burns. Another benefit, drinking 2 cups a day may prevent a sunburn in the first place. Finally, cucumbers. The veggie contains vitamin C, so rubbing a piece of cucumber over a burn can decrease the inflammation damage in the skin. And if you want to lower the risk of getting sunburn altogether, a lot of it may have to do with what you eat. Reports show red fruits and vegetables like watermelon and tomatoes are loaded with lycopene and a type of carotenoid that protects skin from sunburn. In fact, a recent study showed people who ate 2.5 tablespoons of tomato paste a day had 50% less skin reddening after being exposed to UV light. One place you can really soak up the sun is out on the water. In fact, there's just nothing like relaxing in a kayak. Up next, Brian finds out what it takes to get started, plus why paddling down the river can be a fun time, whether it's just for you or the entire family. And speaking of fun, it's almost time for the July 4th parade in Millsboro. We'll get a preview of this family-friendly event as we get ready to celebrate our country's birthday. But first, we just talked about getting burned by fireworks and the sun. Many other burns take place in the kitchen. Dr. Oz has more on how to treat them.
If you love to cook, you could get burned. And some common home remedies for burns could make them worse. Here's what to avoid. Don't ice a burn. Instead, put the burn under cool running water. And don't put butter on a burn. Apply aloe vera instead to promote healing and prevent infection. If the burn is severe, don't remove clothing stuck to it. Instead, apply a cool, moist cloth and either call 911 or have someone take it to the hospital.